Hi, I'm Claire O'Neill with EWA, which stands for Earthwise Aware, or EWA for short, and I'm here today to describe a few of our phenology sites, so sites where we study the seasonal changes on fauna and flora. I am in the Winchester portion of the Middlesex Fells in the Long Pond area, and right now I'm going to describe you the Long Pond Low P1 site. So when you come from the Cranberry Trail, at some point you're going to take a right. All our sites are actually described in an interactive map. You can see that on our EWA sites, and if you go to the citizenscience menu, or in the main menu, you'll find it under our ecological study portion or part of the page. So here we're arriving from the Cranberry Trail, and the first species that we're going to monitor is the cucumber root. So you take the right there, and you're going to see in this area here, right? It's hard to find some markers because they're just a bunch of trees and greenbrier. But in the middle of the greenbrier, which are the thorny shrub here, or vine, I should say, you're going to find at some point, not now, but cucumber root. So after monitoring that, one of our second species, I might not, by the way, really list the species or describe the species in the order in which they are listed on our Nature's Notebook Long Pond Low P1 site, but bear with me. So after that I know for sure, the second species that we are going to monitor, that we monitor here, is a maple. This maple is in a very poor shape. It has been vandalized last year. It's still on our list. It might get out of that list, but for now we keep monitoring it. Nothing is happening much at the moment, but this is one of the species. Then I think that we have the sassafras coming next, and the sassafras are this tree here. There is a little patch there. Right now, the buds are awakening, they are swelling, but nothing much more than that. One of the other species that we're going to monitor is actually the bunch of red maple, so that would be red maple number 2. You can see actually the buds coming out right now, the flowers. Actually, flowers are out as well here. Another species that we follow here is the sweet pepper bush. We just got it on our list this year, after it has been approved by the National Phenology Network to get into their database. And so the sweet pepper bush, I wish I could find some pod, but here is some pods here. So kind of a dry fruit there. So this is this shrub here, right? So we are actually monitoring the patch that is right on the left side and cross the first maple that we're monitoring. Also part of the species that we are monitoring in this area are two kind of lilies. The American white water lily, so we're going to monitor the patch that is really showing in this area of the pond. Same thing for the variegated pond lily or the yellow pond lily. Another species next would be, if you turn, so the pond of course is behind me, then there is a low bush blueberry, which will be really in the middle, you know, at the intersection of the two paths, here and here. So there is this little portion here that has a bunch of greenbrier, as well as low bush blueberry and black huckleberry. So we monitor there the low bush blueberry, which would be in this little portion here, and then the black huckleberry, which is here, right? And our maple is here in relation to the maple, right? I think that at this site, at this portion of the site, I should say, that is it. And then I'm going now to move, so leaving this portion of the site, I'm going to move and to go in this direction here, following the pond, the lower portion of the pond, in order to reach our next species on the lower part of the pond, which is an American chestnut. I'll talk to you in a second. So I've been walking for about maybe a minute, 2 minutes along the lower portion of the pond, and I'm arriving at the location where the American chestnut is. The American chestnut is here. This is that tree here. Beautiful, mature, fairly mature tree. We're monitoring actually for this reason. It's a mature American chestnut. We're going to look if it bears fruits. Probably not, but it's worth checking anyway. We haven't seen him fruiting yet. The reason why we do that is because I remind you that the American chestnut is an endangered species which is under the stress of this American chestnut blight. So we're monitoring this species. Following on the trail, right around the pond, which is a nature trail, we're finally arriving now at the last at the moment of the species that we're following, which is the mountain laurel, which is here. Sorry about my finger, I need to be far away to show you that, but this is this one here. This is an evergreen, that's why you're seeing this way, and I'm going to record information about it. See you a little bit later.